This summer, Book TV is asking, what are you reading?
CNN's Wolf Blitzer, what will you be reading this summer?
I've got some books that I hope to read this summer, beginning with The Emperor's New Clothes, a book by Richard Benvenisti, who's a very well-known Washington lawyer. He's an old friend of mine. He was very much involved many years ago in Watergate, in the 9/11 Commission. The Emperor's New Clothes, I want to get through this book because I think he's going to have some good stories to tell about what's going on here in Washington, certainly what's happened over these past several decades. Another book I want to read is by William Cohen, entitled House of Cards, A Tale of Hubris and Wretched Excess on Wall Street. This is a book that basically tells the story of how the collapse on Wall Street occurred, what was going on. I've had him on my show. He's really smart, and I think this is and I've read parts of this book already, but I want to really get through it as a result of what I've heard directly from William Cohen. There's a book coming out this summer entitled Myths, Illusions, and Peace, Finding a New Direction for America in the Middle East by Dennis Ross, the longtime special Middle East envoy who's now working in the Obama administration on Iran, among other subjects, and David Makovsky, who's a fellow at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. David, I go way back with him. He used to work with me. So I'm really interested in what these two guys have to say about the Arab-Israeli conflict, since both of them have either worked or covered it so long. So that's another book I'm going to be going through. Another book is by David Sanger of the New York Times, entitled The Inheritance, The World Obama Confronts and the Challenges to American Power. Having read him for years in the New York Times, I know what a terrific reporter he is, and he's now put together what's really an important book on what the President of the United States has basically inherited. He's been on my show. He's smart, and I think this is going to be an important book. I'll learn something reading this book. And finally, the one fiction, a piece of fiction that I want to read this summer. I hope to read some others, but I definitely want to read Elie Wiesel's new book, A Mad Desire to Dance, because he's such a terrific writer, and what he writes is so important. I was really moved by what he said a few weeks ago when he spoke openly about having lost his foundation so much money in the Bernard Madoff uproar fiasco. He was so smart, and he's lost millions, but this is a book obviously that continues what he's been writing for so many years about the Holocaust. So I want to get through this book if I can this summer. Those are the 5 books I plan on reading this summer. I hope to get through them all and then start on some more.
Well, you're obviously a very busy man. If we find you reading, where do you do your reading, and how do you find time to do it?
I try to read a little bit before I go to sleep at night. I try to read on weekends. I just go out on my deck in the backyard and just relax, especially if the weather is good, you know, whenever you can. I am a busy guy. I don't have a whole lot of time to do fun reading, but you make time, and it's important, and I really appreciate books.
Wolf Blitzer, thank you very much.
Thank you.
To see more summer reading lists and other program information, visit our website at booktv.org.